Hello, and welcome back to Ant's Gaming Suite. This is your host Anthony, back with another Biomutant gameplay here. Today, I thought I'd do a quick things you must know before you play Biomutant that's not quite explained, or perhaps you heard from here and there before you even decided to play the game. But first and foremost, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and hit the subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below. What breed have you chosen? What class have you chosen? And of all, what kind of attributes are you going to be aiming to max out, if you are going to do so? Anyway, let's jump straight into it. First thing is that when you jump into the game, you will be, faced with choices of different type of breeds, okay? And then there's going to be an attribute. So we'll go through the attribute first here. There is a, stat identification, and it pretty much explains everything on what you need to do. And as you progress through your level in the game of Biomutant, you will be able to select what kind of attributes you decide to put into. So it does come a fair long way, and once you decide that you want to put your stats in Vitality, it is going to be permanent. So do keep that in mind how you want to build. So just to keep things basics, with the agility here, you have intelligence, you got strength, vitality, charisma, and luck. Like every other RPG games or MMORPG games, stats are pretty much the baseline and pretty much things that gives you certain stats. For example, you have vitality. Vitality, if you upgrade this every time you level up, you're gonna definitely get more HP and more armor. If you decide to go strength, you get more damage into your melee. Intelligence is more of a mage style class to do dodges, to cast spell. Agility is pretty much the ability on how to your movement speed is pretty straightforward right there. Charisma is bartering, so how you persuade and how it affects your persuasion in the game. Luck comes down to your loot and your crit chance. Pretty much those are the stats guideline. There is a stat detail if you guys want to look into that further. But the most important thing is choosing your breed and class, okay? So there are currently 6 types of breeds at the moment. You have your primal class, okay? With the primal class here, you do have a different selection of, you can say your primal class is the baseline of everything. It's a well-balanced breed. And then you have your Dom. So Dom classes are pretty much, you have lesser energy, but you do have an increase in your ki and the melee damage, as you can see by the stats outlined through melee damage and your ki energy. Followed by Rex. Rex is more of a class where you do lose a lot of, crit rate here, as well as you do have a higher increase in HP, power, energy regeneration. But at the same time, you probably wouldn't want to pick this if you decide to go mage class. You have Hyla. Hyla is more of your, defensive class. You have higher armor, higher HP. So this is the class you would pick if you want to play that particular style. Following to the next one, you have Flip here. Pretty much an increase in your intellect. However, you do lose a lot more in your vitality as well. Bigger brain, bigger body, and whatnot. And it's pretty interesting how the game has done this. You'll be able to see how the different genetical breeds of how each character come out. Morgul is pretty much a decrease in energy as well. A lot of intellectual decreases, but it's kind of like an assassin class, if anything. Okay, say that you picked a particular class. You do have your option of, mutating your character here, just based on how you want to play it. So you have more vitality here. It'll create a genetic code, and it just means you have a higher overall stats in terms of vitality. But also at the same time, it will change the structure of your genetic breed. You do have your intellect, your agility, so you have a smaller head. If your strength, you turn a bit wider. Charisma, you're more of a foxy character, and whatnot. So it really depends on how and where you want to place your, which primary attributes you really want to go. At the same time, you do have your option to randomize a class for you, but that really depends if you want to do so or not. So now you have your genetic resilience here. For me personally, I really don't know what to start off with, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And then you have your whole bunch of customization options. Okay, now that this is the most important part of your class selection, you do have to keep in mind there is a correlation between your breed and your class, okay? Because certain breeds have higher starting attributes as well as where you select them. So you need to make sure that these align with the class that you want to play. So you do have your mercenary class, which can only be obtained by purchasing or pre-ordering the game at the start. You will be able to unlock this class. Pretty much here is a dual blade sword weapon wielder. You do have a 10% increase in melee damage. Deadeye is pretty much your range class here. You have a 20% increase in range attack. Commando is your, I guess, your tank class here. Cyphric is your magician class. Saboteur is pretty much your, I guess, your critical assassin type class. And then you have your sentinel. I guess that's more of the tank class. Sorry, my bad. Commando is more of your, I guess, DPS kind of melee style. Okay, so now once you've decided who you want to play, make sure everything aligns, and that is it. Okay, so as you progress through the games, you will get upgrade points. Upgrade points will give you 1 extra point for every time you level up. You can unlock further ones as you progress through the game. However, you can use them to unlock additional perks. So you have your general perks. Some of them may cost a little bit more, some of them may cost a little lesser. However, they give you all extra attributes. For example, range increase in damage. You have 33% reduction in reload speed, and so on and so forth. So you gotta really consider what your upgrade points are, what kind of particular skills that you really want to upgrade, and then you do have your extra reflexes as well. As you progress through the game as well, when you go to your Luhua Pool, which is pretty much your martial arts type combat, you do have other alternative extra range combat skills which you do have to unlock. Usually the first 3 are unlocked, but the last 2 is not, which gives you the option to do additional attacks. So keep that in mind. Now that you're aware of that, keep in mind as well, you do have your upgrade resilience, your side power, which is pretty much your magic abilities, which is affected by your dark and lights. You have your biogenetics, which pretty much you either use it to upgrade and get certain unlockable, I guess, different radioactive skills, or pretty much you can use them to upgrade your resistance, which gives you more resistance in certain elements. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this video has helped you in any way and form before you play the game of Biomutant, make sure you hit that like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.